Hi everyone, I'm Tom. Today I'm going to be playing Motion Pictures Movies Out of Cardboard. And this is a card game where we are trying to have the most prosperous, prestigious movie studio around. And we will do this by utilising our various filmmakers. We've got the same starting hands. I'm playing against Glass Marty. And we are trying to get these projects made, these movies, these TV shows, and you may recognise what the artwork's referencing. We are basically trying to get the most points. We'll earn points from the various projects that we make. There are goals in place. So at the end of the second era, we're going to see who's done the most projects. At the end of the game, who's done the most projects is going to get some points. The player with the most completed movies is going to get some points. I'm the starting player because I have the lovely clapper here. And what can you do on your turn? Well, the main thing you'll be doing is playing these filmmakers to the central board here. Now, this is the setup for a two-player game. You see, you've got these two sets of three projects here. In a four-player game, for example, we would have three going along the sides as well, and you would have access to the projects on either side of you. So in a two-player game, it's trying to replicate that by having two sets just on one line here. In three, you have three coming off the trilogy and you sit between the three of them. I think the first thing I'm going to do is play a filmmaker. I'm going to play my stuntman, because he has this symbol here, onto this comedy movie here. And the reason I'm doing this is, it's worth 3 points. It counts as two comedy movies. I am going to have to spend two of my filmmakers, because when you're making movies, you need to play the required symbols. Now, if you have, later on we can get these better filmmakers, and they have two symbols on, well, I'll pick one up that does have two symbols on it. This has three symbols on it. So if you played it on this movie, for example, it would fulfill it still, even though it doesn't need those two symbols. You're just kind of wasting them a little bit. So that's my first move. I have played it to this side of this comedy movie. And now Marty has a decision. If he wants this comedy movie as well, does he want to get in on competing for it? And it would be a bit silly because we've got the exact same starting hands. He knows that I've got the other one to make it, and on my next turn I can just do it before him. And the card that he puts here this turn will just go into his discard pile and be lost. So he doesn't want to do that. Now he could just go for one of these movies that only needs one filmmaker. I think the first thing that Marty is going to do, knowing that he's too late for that, he's going to get to work on this one at the top, this 5-point comedy movie. So for now, it's just going to kind of be a game of playing the cards. Although now I'm safe from this. I don't have to play this because I'm not at threat from Marty playing one and taking it away from me. I think I'm going to hire a new filmmaker. Now, when you hire a new filmmaker, you can discard a filmmaker of the same specialty. That's just the colour. So this is a pre-production specialty. You can discard this to hire any one of the green ones that are in the display. You can discard any two of your filmmakers to take any of the ones on display, or you can take from the top of the deck if you discard two. I'm just going to discard this one, but I'm going to grab this scientific advisor because it's got three symbols on it. The downside is you must fire the filmmaker you use to hire this one. So this executive producer is permanently gone from my deck. But the one I hired goes straight into my hand and can be used on my next turn. Okay, Marty is just going to keep plugging away at his project here. So he's got two of the three symbols he needs to grab it. Back to me. Now I could play this up here and it's two of the three straight away. But the downside is that Marty goes straight after and could put the third one down. I am going to use this filmmaker, the scientific advisor, to hire this producer. And the reason I'm doing this is the producer's only got one type on him, but you can immediately play in the same project you put this guy in, you can play another pre-production filmmaker from your discard pile. And he's just gone into the discard pile for hiring this guy. So that could be a nice little combo. Back to Marty, and he is just going to plug away and finish off that project at the top. That is half of his cards gone on that though. He does grab this, it goes in front of him, and we draw a new one from the first era projects. So we have a drama movie now that takes three people. The next thing I'm going to do is hire again. So I'm going to spend my production filmmaker and hire this costume designer because it's got two clapperboards on it, and we will see later on why I'm doing that. Now Marty kind of regrets not going into this because he could have forced my hand a bit. I think he is going to hire a person now. He's going to spend his stuntman and he's going to hire this singer that just came out, because when you hire the singer, this symbol means only when you hire the person. You may hire another filmmaker with 1 or 2 skills for free. So the stuntman is in the discard pile with the rest, but he's got the singer, and now he can grab any one of these. I think he's going to grab this second unit one. So he has got more options now. He's just got a free turn, basically, by hiring a person for free. Okay, back to me. I am going to hire again. I am going to use my supporting actress, who gets discarded now. And I'm going to hire this one with a wild symbol on it. But you must add the filmmaker you used to hire this one to an opponent's hand. So Marty gets a free turn, basically. So there is a downside to that. And we have storyboard artist. Oh, this guy shouldn't have even been there because there wasn't 3 colours there. Oh well, I'll try and remember for next time. Marty doesn't technically want that guy though, because in the future, we will take all of our cards and shuffle them up and draw 6, and they'll be our hands. And you can discard to draw more, but it wastes time. So I think he is going to use this supporting actress on Connery there, and it completes it straight away, so he's earned a point there. You may put a filmmaker you used in this project in an opponent's discard pile. Well, it goes straight back to me. He got to use it, and it's going straight back to me to, fill out my deck for the next round. So another award. So 4 points per comedy movie and drama pair. So comedy and drama. Have any dramas come out yet? Oh, there is one at the top there. So that needs typewriter, lightsabers and stars. I think I'm going to finish this one off. So I will use my wild there as the other symbol I need, and I finished this comedy movie. And it counts as 2 comedy movies. So if I could get this and then 2 dramas, I only need the 1 comedy movie. So the new project to come out is a commercial. This is the first commercial we've seen. This, you just need to put down any orange card. It doesn't matter what the symbol on it is. See, the problem is, if Marty uses this to grab this award, he is not going to be able to get the drama movie because he needs that symbol to be able to get it there. I think he is going to grab the award though, because it's going to be more useful later on. He's just going to grab that. This goes into his discard pile. And we get a new project. There is only 1 more project in the pile. When that pile runs out, we make sure everyone's had the same number of turns, and then we move on to the next era. And the cards we didn't use are wasted. We've got a lot of cards still in our hands. Okay, I think for my move, I am going to play to the trilogy. Now, anyone can do this at any time. For every 2 skills you put here, these are the skills, the symbols, you will get a point at the end of the game. The person with the most skills scores 5 points. The catch is, in this particular game, there's a lot of different trilogies. I think there's 4 different cards for trilogies. In this particular game, the clapperboard counts as 2 skills. So I'm going to play this here because I now have 4 skills on the trilogy. And the first player to place 3 filmmakers in here is going to score 4 points. So there's a lot of incentive to go there. So Marty, he has got these left. When you complete this project, you can immediately play a filmmaker from your discard pile to the newly drawn project. Because he wouldn't get another turn. If he completes a project, he won't get another turn is the downside. So he wants to kind of set something up that he can finish off later. Perhaps the TV series there. I think Marty is going to go for this award here because he can just complete it. And if the project that he draws happens to only have 1 symbol and that symbol is in his discard pile, then that works out perfectly for him. So he's going to take this away. This goes into his discard pile, and let's see what the last project is. Oh, sadly for Marty, it needs 2 things, so it doesn't matter what he puts in it really, because he can only put 1 symbol there. So that from his discard pile goes on there. Oh, he's actually okay, because it's when the pile has run out, if we need to replenish it once more, and there is nothing there. So let's see, what's the best I can do? I can hire some more people for later, but I have only completed 1 project in this whole era. Now, the problem with going for these TV series is you cannot put these symbols, these skills on the TV series. You need 3 skills, and they cannot be these ones. Unfortunately for me, this and the one I could grab from my discard pile all have those symbols on them. And I have to think Marty's going to end this when he places the second card on there. I have to assume that he has the card. So I think I am just going to chicken out and just grab the thriller movie. And I can fire someone from my discard pile. I think I'm going to fire the supporting actress. I have a lot of that symbol, so that's gone. And now we are on the last turn of the era. Marty is just going to play his yellow there and grab this commercial. That's 4 points, counts as 2 commercials. The downside is he's got nothing played to the trilogy, but I'd say he is comfortably miles in the lead in this era. Okay, so now we replenish this with Era 2 projects, and we take all the cards that we have, all of the filmmaker cards we have, shuffle them up and draw 6, and those are the hands that we get to use this era. And first player is passed to Marty. So what's he going to do? What's available for a start? So we have thriller movie. Now Marty wants to try and stick to as few different types of movies as possible. He's already got an action and a comedy. For every genre that he doesn't get, he's going to get 3 points. He also wants comedy drama movie pairs. I think for his first placement, he is just going to swoop in and grab this comedy movie. This mysterious, obscure comedy movie. And you may put a filmmaker you used in this project into an opponent's discard pile. Well, that's fine by Marty. He could clear out his deck a little bit, and we replenish that with something. So we have an action movie there. No dramas, though. Okay, I think I am going to place my stuntman on this commercial here. It's with 5 points. Obviously, a lot of money in Rubik's Cubes. We come back to Marty. With a 2-card commercial there, he can't play something to just take it straight away, so he might as well. If he could play this somewhere, that would be nice. I think he's going to play this second unit down on Friends down here. And he needs 3 symbols. They cannot be the screen or the star. So that's okay. That's 2 towards the 3. And once he's finished it, he can play someone from his discard pile into the new project that comes out. As for me, I do not have the blue person that I need, so I'm going to do an action that hasn't really been applicable till now. I'm going to recruit. So this is basically wasting a turn. I'm going to discard, I think, this one, because I can play it from my discard pile with this one. And then I get to draw 1, and it's the only one in my draw pile, but it's the blue one that I need to finish that commercial next time. And Marty's annoyed now because he could have gone there and swooped it away. I didn't have the stuff to stop him. I think since Marty has already got an action movie, it's okay for him to swoop in with this camcorder here and grab Indiana there. And a new project comes out. Comedy movie. If this is your only comedy movie, it's worth double points, so that's not applicable to either of us. I am going to finish off my commercial before Marty gets any ideas. And what's coming out? Another action movie. And that kind of suits Marty straight away. He's going to go straight on that. And you may move a filmmaker you used in this project to a free project. So that has to be something with nobody on it, a free project. It would be nice if you could just shove it on Friends there, but it's already got someone on there. He could make a little push for the thriller movie maybe, although he hasn't got one of those stars. And a new one comes out. Oh, we can go for some X-Files. I have got a lot more cards than Marty, although the timer will start ticking if he uses all of his cards up. I think I am now going to grab... I'm going to use this, and I'm going to grab this award away so Marty can't get it, although he can't get it, but I don't know that. Because it's 2 extra points. I have got a commercial, so it's not useless. So I'm going to grab this with my star and anything. So that comes to me. And a new project comes out, and unfortunately for Marty, that's negated his TV series. You may immediately play a filmmaker from your discard pile to the newly drawn project. There's not going to be one. So, Marty doesn't really want to finish that because it's going to end the round, but what can he do with these 2 cards otherwise? I don't think he can use anything, because there's no oranges out there. If he uses these 2 to hire, he's not going to complete this project. So I think he's just going to complete the project, and then I'll get one more turn. So he grabs Friends there, puts it in his victory pile. He's got 1 card left. So can I do anything with just these guys? I cannot. No, there's nothing with just 1 symbol, and I've only got cards with 1 symbol, although I've got this, and I could play this from my discard pile. Could this get me anything? No, because the X-Files can't have a typewriter. The comedy movie would need the lightsabers. No, I can't get a new thing, so I could do with hiring somebody. I don't particularly want any of these, so I am going to just discard any 2, and I'm going to draw from the top. Let's see what we get. Oh. So this counts as these two symbols, and if you play it on a movie, it's got the star as well. So that'll be okay for next era. I think I did okay in that era, but Marty is still miles ahead. So it's the end of the second era, so now it's time to evaluate this small goal. Who's got the most completed projects? I think it's Marty. 3, 4 I've got. Marty has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Yep, Marty by miles. He's got another 4 points right there. Hopefully I can cancel that out by being the first person to put 3 in here. It's just the ones with the clapperboards haven't really come out. We can't put anyone here though, I'm forgetting that. Anyway, let's set up for era 3. I'll be first. Okay then, so we've got thriller movie, a nice easy commercial, an easy comedy movie, and you can move somebody to another project from it. Some action, drama, and a blockbuster award, which I think Marty has got. Yeah, he's got 1 5-point movie, so that would be okay for him, that blockbuster award, although it's a lot of symbols. I think first thing I'd like to do is hire. I'm going to spend my red. I'm going to hire this sound editor who'll let me draw people and discard them and all sorts of nice things. And what new comes out? We've got a focus group. I think Marty is going to stake his claim on the drama movie, which he desperately needs for that award that he's got. He hasn't got the typewriter symbol though, he's going to have to draw for that. I think I'm going to play my sound editor to this comedy movie. We can grab it because remember there's still a competition for the most projects at the end of the game and the most movies. So that helps me. It's got an ability, I can draw 2 filmmakers and discard one. I think the camera is something I haven't got, so let's discard that one. Then this can get moved to another free project. Now, does anywhere need screens? No. The Blockbuster Award does. It's better than nothing, it might as well just go there. New project, it's a commercial. Worth double if it's your only one, but that's good for me. I have those colours, and it's worth 2 extra points for me. What's Marty going to do? He is going to draw and discard, I think. I think he's going to discard this one and draw. There we go, there's the typewriter he needs. I think I'm going to put my camcorder on there. Marty, he's going to grab the drama movie, and it is his only one at the moment, so it's worth 1 pair for that award, but it's also worth double points because it's his only drama movie. New project, and we have action. I think it's supposed to say action movie there in the text. I think I am going to hire someone. I'm going to hire, with this stuntman, I'm going to hire this focus group because it's going to let me use the ability of a card I have played, and I've got that one that lets me draw 2 filmmakers, so that could be quite nice. Marty, what does he want? He hasn't done much yet, has he? I think he likes the idea of that computer there. He's going to use this card to hire this card because it's got a lot more variety of symbols on it. Now I think I'm going to use the orange I need on this commercial, and you may immediately use the ability of one of your other played filmmakers on any project. Let's use this one. Draw 2 filmmakers and discard one. So I draw 1, and I need to shuffle my discard. Get another one. Unfortunately now there's nothing in my discard pile. I'll keep this one, I think, for the variety of symbols on it. Okay, back to... Oh, and I've got this commercial. So I'm racking up points on commercials at least. Another project comes out. It's another action movie with a lot of symbols, but 7 points. I think Marty has just seen an opportunity. He's going to make a play for this. It's a movie, so this has the clapperboard, the camera, and the lightsabers. So all he needs is the screen. He's got that right there. I think he's got that just in the bag. I'm going to grab, just with this card, I'm going to grab this action movie up here because I have the typewriter and the screen that I need. Although I am kind of accelerating to the end of the era by doing it. Oh, and there we go. A lovely TV series. And if it's your only one, it's worth double. Have I got a TV series yet? I don't think I've got a TV series. So that could be really good for me, if I can do it before the end. Marty, he is going to make sure that he gets that action movie. And the last third era project comes out. Oh, it's an award. 7 points if you have at least 1 movie project of each genre. I don't think I do yet. And I don't think it's doable to get that before the end. Marty only has 2 cards left to play. Although this works quite nicely with Breaking Bad up here. Star and anything, they can be okay for the 2 of the 3. And I can use the clapperboard. Yeah, I can use the clapperboard as the 3rd one. So there we go, that's 2 of the 3 symbols I need straight away. What can Marty do before the end? The Matrix, of course. Yeah, I think he's going to do that. So really, assuming that he's going to finish that, this is going to be my last turn. So I think I definitely want Breaking Bad. So I'll put that up there and grab it. And Marty gets 1 more turn, but he can grab the Matrix. Okay, and now it's time for the fourth and final era. And nobody's been playing to the trilogy apart from me. So that race might end really quickly in this fourth era. Okay then, here's what's come out. So a drama movie, that's really good for Marty. But it's a lot of symbols. And a 9-point commercial, if I can get. So I'd need another blue. I've got the green. I think I'm going to use my sound editor on this commercial up here. And I can draw 2 filmmakers and discard one. And there we go, just what I need. I need a yellow. So it doesn't, let's have this one because it'll give me an option if I want to put it somewhere else. Now he wants this. He could use his computer, and then he's got 2 of the 4 symbols he needs. But can he get the other ones? He would need typewriter and screen. He's got the screen. Yeah, he'll push for that. It's another drama. Could really work nicely for him. I think I'm going to play this green because it has 3 symbols on it. I'm going to play it to the trilogy. So that's 2 of the 3 there. So is Marty just giving up on this trilogy entirely? See, he's used the things with all the symbols on. I think he's got to give up on the trilogy entirely. He can lock in the drama movie though. That's going to be a lot of points. I think I'm going to hire. I'm going to use this green and I'm going to hire this green that's going to let me draw some cards later. As for Marty, he just needs the typewriter. He's going to play that there. I think he's trying to end it quickly before I get a chance to get too many things. So 3 points per goal claimed. Marty's already got a goal. He has not got the things to get that though. Okay. I am going to play my storyboard artist there because it needs a typewriter. And I can look at the top 3 cards of my draw pile. Well, there's only 3 there. And I have to fire 1, discard 1 and put 1 in my hand. So I think it makes sense to fire this one. I don't need the screen. Let's fire the one with the screen, discard this one, and put this one into my hand. Marty, what can he do? He can play something to the trilogy. Let's see, he's got the clapperboard and lightsabers. Can't do anything with those. He could hire someone new. So I think Marty's going to recruit. He's going to discard this and draw a new one. Camera, does that help him? We'll see on his next turn. For me, I am going to use this for its lightsaber on the Thriller movie, and I can use one of my other played abilities on any project. I'll draw 2 filmmakers and discard 1. So I will keep the star, I think. New project comes out, another lovely commercial. Marty, can he do anything with this? He almost has those colours, not quite though. I think Marty has just got a really bad draw on the things that have come out and the cards that are available up here. I think he's going to go for broke. He is going to use these 2 cards to hire this one, and then when he plays it, he can maybe get another card. I think before anything, we want to make sure we've got 3 filmmakers in the trilogy, so I can grab that goal. Marty is going to use Emma Clown. Let's see, the comedy movie could have it, or he could try one of the commercials. And the comedy movie is most likely. So he has to name 2 specialties, basically 2 of the colours. He will name post-production and I don't know what's most likely to have a camera on it. Post-production and equipment, so red or purple. We audition and reveal a filmmaker. So if this is red or purple, he'll get to keep it. No, it was orange. And he could have put it on a TV series and it would have been worth 2. That was kind of Marty's Hail Mary, but it didn't work. I think I'm going to finish this commercial and see what comes out. We have a TV series, counts as 2 TV series if we cared about those things. I don't think we've had any awards that are bothered. So, does Marty want to play this to the trilogy? It counts as 2 skills. Or he could try and get this comedy movie, which would be worth 3 points. But he would need this to have a camera on it. He might as well try. He's done 1 Hail Mary, he'll try another. Okay, that's got one. And, so this is the one where he completes the project, and then, on the newly drawn project, he can play something from his discard pile. So how about this? This has got 2 of the 4 symbols he needs, but he's got no more cards. So is there any point to doing anything like this? He'll play it there. So next turn, Marty's going to have to pass, and then I'll have 1 more turn. So I've got 2 turns left. So what can we do with 2 more turns? Can I get this? Let's see, I've got screen, star, camera. I haven't got the symbols anyway. I could just play these two to the trilogy. It would be nice to do another project, but I don't think I can. So I'm going to just play this to the trilogy. Marty declares that he's passing. I get one more turn. I'm going to play this to the trilogy, and that's the end of the game. Okay, so let's first work out who got the awards. So I have done 9, 10 projects. I think Marty has won the number of projects by miles. This pile's quite big. 11, yeah, we'll stop there. Marty has done far, far, far more projects. He gets another 6 points. And the player with the most completed movies, I have 5 completed movies. Marty, well, he's got 5 completed action movies, so he gets that as well. I think Marty's blown this out of the water. So let's see what the final points are. So we can do the trilogy. I definitely have the most because Marty didn't even bother, but as you saw, he got a lot more projects than me. So we look at how many skills are on here, and the clapperboard counts as 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I assume, can I say that that's a clapperboard? I'm not sure. We'll just assume no for now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So a point for every 2 skills, that's 7 points. And the most skills scores 5, so that's 12 points for me there. On the goals, I got 4, so that's 16 points. And then let's look at the projects. So I've got another 10 there, so 26, 29, 30, 31, 34, 37, and this is my only action movie, so this counts as another 3, so 40. 44 there, it is my only TV series, so another 4, so 48. 52, it's not my only commercial. And then 2 points for every commercial, 54, 56, 58. 58 points. And I emphasize that so I try and remember it by the time I've counted Marty's. 58 points. So let's look at Marty. Nothing for the trilogy. For the goals, he has 16. So it doesn't matter. He's at the same point I was after trilogy and goals. And then he's got all of this. Okay then. So first of all, the only genre of movie he didn't complete was thriller. So 3 points for that, 19. Then we've got 23, 27, 28, 29, 30, 37, 40, 47, 50, 55, 56, 59, so already ahead of me. And then 4 points for each comedy drama pair. That's another 8, so that is 67. So 67 to 58. I tried sneaking around, hiring better people, doing commercials, but the goals did dictate we should have been going for projects and movies. Although I went heavy into the trilogy and got a lot of points from it, it wasn't really enough. So Marty is clearly the king of motion pictures. And that was motion pictures. Hope you enjoyed that and it gave you a good idea of what the game's like. If you'd like to know what I think, then you can click the link in the corner up there. But thank you very much for watching and I'll see you for the next game. Bye everyone.